Welcome to video number 9, the Z motor assembly. In this video we are going to get our two Z motors and their couplings and their M5 threaded rods mounted onto the bottom Z corners and through the X-axis assembly. As you can see in the video, I already have the left side already mounted and ready to go. So what you're going to see me doing with the right side is I already have my coupling fixed onto the motor, and depending on the style of your coupling, you're going to need to get it on there nice and tight, and preferably about halfway down. So your motor shaft should be about halfway in the middle of your coupling, so that the other half you can fit your threaded rod into it. So obviously I repeated the same step for the previous side, but I already had it mounted. Now what you see me doing here with the paper towel is a very temporary fix. That's like, as I mentioned earlier, I had the wrong size couplings printed and I had to change it. So for this step, do what you need to do to get your coupling mounted onto your motor shaft, and then get your threaded rod mounted into the coupling, and you will probably have two grub screws or two set screws or something, some way to tighten these things to where there's no movement, there's no play. These things should be very solid. They should become one piece by the time you get the coupling connected. Now, what I'm going to do next in the video is, since I already have my threaded rod mounted with my coupling onto the motor, I actually just go ahead and take out the M5 nut out of the X idler. I thread it on. I try to put it at an equal height to the other side, as you can see. And then once I get it down to about the right height, I'm going to go ahead and plug it back into the X idler, and that way my motor should be pretty well lined up with the bottom right corner. It should be in a position where I can go ahead and put in my screws and start tightening. The tool you see me using, basically it's a Torx bit that fits these M3 nuts. You can sit there with your Allen wrench and do the same thing. I switched over to my Torx ratchet wrench so that I could, speed this process up, especially since I'm shooting it on video. I don't want to, take up too much time doing the menial tasks. But all in all, you want to get the motors tightened down good. Also, let me note that on the left side, I only have one screw in the motor, because the back two screws will come into play in the next step, which is putting the Z end stop on. So on the left hand side, only have one front screw in the motor, leave the two back holes open.